Great, now I got crystals growing out of my...
Yo, what is up everybody, and welcome back into another Star vs. the Forces of Evil analysis video. And in today's analysis videos, we're going to be talking about Club Snubbed and the episode Stranger Danger. And of course, right off the bat, let's start off with the episode Club Snubbed. Just coming from the title of the episode alone, it was exactly what we thought it was going to be. It was the episode with Star and Tom seeming to ignore each other. But coming from my perspective... Not from what I thought it was going to be, however. If you've already watched the episode, I believe you know exactly what caught me off guard, and it's the fact that this was not in the past. This is in the present. So, as for the people who contradicted my statement of the fact that I thought this was in the past, well, you're right, okay? I gotta give it to you. You were correct. In this episode, in the very beginning, it's explained that the whole entire kingdom has to dance with each other. According to Moon, it's a tradition that they have to do annually in order to signify their bonds between each other. I understand that I'm putting too much thought into this, but who else was thinking in their heads, why would they name a princess Spider Bite? Is it true that whenever they have a daughter, they just let a spider bite them and therefore they're like Princess Spider Bite is her name and they pass that down the generations? Like, why is she Princess Spider Bite? It was something to think about. It was interesting. One character that was specifically referenced within this episode was Manfred, who was Ludo's old henchman, basically. He was the announcer throughout the Silver Bell Ball. Now, one thing that got answered within the episode was that it's true, this is Tom's mother and that was Tom's father. So, Tom's father is like a human, and Tom's mother is, of course, a huge demon lady. Okay, now, throughout the entire episode, we can clearly see that Tom is club snubbing the crap out of Star, or at least for what it seemed. It's revealed towards the end, however, that Tom didn't really mean to seem as if he's ignoring Star, but he just wants to get away from her after that, you know, Marco and Star deal in the episode Face the Music. And I would believe him, but come on, I mean, what's up with him making all these faces throughout the episode then? What the heck? And don't you dare try to tell me that this is cartoon logic. I mean, is he just jealous of the fact that he thinks Star and Marco are together or something? Don't just say you were trying to stay away from her because of that one reason. You know eventually you have to dance with her. I mean, for Pete's sake, it's an annual tradition. As for Ponyhead's character throughout this episode and basically the last episode, it's like she's annoying as usual, but she's not as annoying as she usually is. On the contrary, I actually find her appearances in episodes quite humorous at times. Oh yeah, and spoiler alert, she's in the very next episode that I'm gonna be analyzing as well, so yeah, I was wrong about that in my predictions too. She is in back-to-back episodes in this season. And when I say next episode, I'm not saying Stranger Danger, but I'm meaning the episode Demonsism. Alright, now let me get back to actually talking about this episode. When it comes to the episode overall, it's, unfortunately, about Tom and Star possibly getting together, so... Oh god. For goodness sake, there are even moments throughout the episode where Star even seems to be jealous whenever Tom secretly ignores her in a way. And even the results coming from Ponyhead herself, club snubbing works. Well, ladies and gentlemen, doesn't that just break your old Starco heart? I know it breaks mine, but... Oh god. But yeah, towards the end, it looks like Star is going to give Tom a chance, from what it seems, so I'm going to leave it off with that. Let me get on to the next part of this analysis video. The next episode that I'm going to be analyzing is the episode Stranger Danger, which is about Eclipsa. My prediction was right about that, but not about the whole Club Snubbed episode, so that's... wonderful. It begins to show us with Glossaric as broken as ever, and of course he's still repeating the words Globgor over and over again. It's funny because it sounds awfully similar to the word Globnar, which is from Gravity Falls. I'm not too sure if that was intentional or not, but they have had references before in the past in season 2. Now, the darn thing about Glossaric is that not only is he pretty much broken, he's treated to be as like some kind of baby dog or something. So much so to the point that he even starts starts to begin to chase a squirrel. Only this squirrel is no ordinary squirrel. This is a squirrel that you see from Eclipsa, which it is. She even references it once she gets a hold of Glossaric. And oh boy, this show really loves the color purple. Wait a minute, it's almost like they're trying to reference something. Huh. Well, I guess that kind of explains half the show. So anyways, as Eclipsa is holding Glossaric, you notice that she can actually calm him down a bit. It looks as if she's soothing him, but at the same time, it's like Glossaric was chanting Globgore over and over again, only more rapidly. And of course, since he was doing it right before Eclipsa touched his gem, it seems like he was trying to warn somebody something.
It's not like there's something really cool, like a squirrel-acorn. Isn't that right?
Globgore! Globgore! Globgore!
Perhaps he was actually excited to see Eclipsa, or maybe he was actually super surprised to see her. I don't know. Maybe instead of Globgore, he was saying Eclipsa, 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 right before, you know, that happened. I do find it oddly strange how she knew exactly what to do in that situation. It's almost as if this entire thing was planned. And oh my gosh, she is addicted to Snookers. It looks like she went out for trick-or-treating, had nothing but Snookers in her basket, and then she munched them all the very next day. And by the way, how did she even get all of that candy? Did she just, you know, use her magic to steal all of it from out of the vending machine when she got uncrystallized? But all of that is basically besides the point. One specific thing I really want to mention is this line right here that Eclipsa says after Star asked, does she have some kind of date or something?
Hey, if you're around tonight, you should come to the royal dinner.
Oh, that sounds delightful. But I may have other plans.
Aw, you got a hot date?
Something like that.
My main question is, why would she say those exact line of words? It was as if she was specifically referencing her old wedded husband, who probably is dead by now, by the way, and who I feel has some kind of connection to Tom. But that's all just a theory, and she could possibly also know how to resurrect people, just like demons. So anyways, actually continue on with the video analysis for this episode. Moon, alongside with the rest of the Magic High Commission and some royal guards, go against Eclipsa and just basically pin her down against the wall. It's funny because in one of my analysis I actually said that Omnitraxis was giving her a little bit of a hug. No, he was just pushing her against the wall. I don't know how I missed the wall cracks before in my analysis, but yeah. They're definitely against Eclipsa. So basically everyone is just diagnosing the living crap out of Star to make sure she's not corrupted in any way and that Eclipsa isn't taking over her body. And sadly, the thing is, we still don't even get too much of an explanation of whether or not she truly is evil. They can't even explain why she's evil. Ooh, she abandoned her duties as a queen of Muni just so she can go out with some monster. Is that seriously it? And my reaction to that is basically Star's exact reaction to all of that crap. Like, really? Come on. There's gotta be more to it than that, right? And Moon, gosh darn it, didn't we just learn from the episode Puddle Defender in the Battle for Muni special premiere to stop being a monster racist? I mean, I guess she was just giving out her many reasons as to why she doesn't like Eclipsa, but still. But at the same time, the only thing I can say about Eclipsa that we still don't know about is her true motives. From what it seems, it looks as if some of her spells are dark, and that all-seeing eye spell especially definitely has its flaws. But then again, we also hear from Star that from her perspective it didn't really affect her too much. And I'm not referring to the all-seeing eye spell alone, I mean the entire dark chapter of Eclipsa. Moon even confesses within this episode that she hasn't even read the dark pages throughout its entirety. So Star even makes up some pretty great points and reasonings as to why Eclipsa should just have a fair trial, and why just straight away crystallizing her back to the way she was just wouldn't be exactly fair. So surprisingly, Moon Butterfly actually agrees to this suggestion, and I personally cannot freaking wait until that episode happens. Think about it, this could be the episode where the Mumans could possibly have some source of evidence as to how Eclipsa is evil. And will the jury just straight away call her guilty or innocent? Now towards the ending of this episode, there are two questions that I have to throw out there for you all. Is there something more to the abandoned tower by the flower patch? And most of all, was Eclipsa really joking when she said that she could be corrupting Glossaric? Because even after Star says, hey, maybe that was just a little joke that she said, Eclipsa technically never responds.
Are you sure?
Globgor, Globgor,
I might
Globgor.
corrupt him.
Globgor.
What? That was another joke. Right?
Globgor? Globgor.
And as for the room from inside of the tower, is there more to it that we just don't know about as to why it's been abandoned? Is it really just because this is Eclipsa's old room? Maybe perhaps within the same exact room, this is also the same place she made her own dark spells? Or was it just for quarantine reasoning and they really believed that, you know, being inside of Eclipsa's room alone would affect people? So, yeah, I believe that's the end of my analysis video for this episode, and I am really enjoying these episodes. They're getting better and better by each time, and if not better, they are somewhat interesting in many different ways. I'm definitely enjoying this season from Star Versus the most out of all of them, and I'm really enjoying the animation. I don't know if anyone else has noticed this. I'm pretty sure you have. To me, it seems like they're going back to their roots like what they did in season 1. I mean, it's not as, you know, smooth as season 1, but the animation definitely isn't as stiff as in season 2. And I guess the way they're officially animating Star Versus now is to keep the body structures a lot more even and the way they should be. But anyways, I'm getting off topic, people. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Like always, like and subscribe if you haven't. Please do not dislike the video unless you have a reason why. I will find you. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.